Hello everybody, welcome to A Moment with Celeste. It's that time already. Come on in and join me and let's do some crafting from the heart together today. We're going today to work on finishing, or hopefully maybe finish up, may not completely finish, but this beautiful envelope journal that we started last week. And I just can't wait to dig into it. I just love this little thing. I do. So I'm gonna just get things going here and see what we end up with today, right? So if you remember last week, my inspiration was this packet of textiles, chenilles and doilies and things like that I picked up from my Peddler's Alley. And then this beautiful cardstock piece. So that was the cover from what we did together last week. And we're going to just keep on moving through this. This is a kind of an accordion fold. And I love the back of that. I love the back with the pewter angel on there. Isn't that pretty? So, okay. Maybe for now, I'll just stick this little pin up here. Give it a little place to sit. We'll see how we like that. So come on in, say hi, and let's do some magic today, right? So, okay, well, we'll go ahead and get started. As I said, if you come in, if you can just make sure to interact in the comments and say hi, let me know you're here. Helps me in many ways. So the other day after after we ended, I remember I had a gold paper pin, safety pin on here. Then I forgot I had this cute little, chunky little button safety pin that I had made a while back. And it has some of the colors, the olive green, that type of thing in here. So we took that and I switched that out. Put this big old chunky, hi Peggy, isn't it a pretty colors? I just love these colors. Okay, so today the first thing I want to do is I'm going to put a little something on this little bitty tag right here that I did. And I think on there I'll probably just do another little button because it's just a little space. Yeah, just a tiny little one there will look kind of cute. Because it's a tiny little hanging tag there. And I'll just put that on there like so. So what I basically did is I draped this little hanging tag off of that button in the middle just to give a little something more down in here. So you guys will be so proud of me because remember last week I said that my challenge was going to be not to get into this and do it all before we came back on, and mission accomplished. I got some pieces where I want them to be on where they're going to be in the sections, but I don't have anything glued down. So I'm proud of myself that I didn't jump in and get this done because, you know, I'm a get her done kind of gal. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's see where we want to start here. So this one here, you guys, look at this. Isn't that the cutest little hang tag I had picked up on a sale somewhere? I'm going to have to make some of these. These are adorable. So, when we ended the other day, we had put this vintage sheet music kind of down inside the lined part of the pocket with this. And then, hi, Teresa Hart. Welcome. I love seeing a new name and new face on my page here. So welcome in. Everybody say hi to Teresa who's on here. I know we're just getting started, but if you can, Teresa, tell us a little bit about where you're from. I'm in Omaha, Nebraska. Been here almost my whole life. Almost. So where do you live, Teresa? Oh, thank you, Peggy. I love going out and just, you know, a lot of the things that I do on my sales are just the things that I go out and get that are things I would do for myself. So this was that vintage print greeting card, and I decided we're just going to stick that in this way, right? So that it's a right space, it can be pulled out and do all the things. But I'm going to embellish the top of this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this little piece of craft cardstock paper. And then this was in my little packet of textiles. And I just folded it down. Now I could, and I think I will, I'm going to cut this in half because that way I can use this little other piece of the triangle for something else down the road. Okay, waste not, want not, as Grandma used to always say. You're from Washington State. Wow. Do you know Washington State is one of the states I've never made it to yet. And it's on my bucket list because I know from everything I've heard and seen how gorgeous it is up that way. The closest that I have gotten, we went up to Yellowstone National Park and we stayed in on the west side in an Airbnb cabin, and it was in was it Idaho? I think it was in Idaho. And then but that's the furthest. I've been to California, I've been to Nevada, I've been to Arizona. I just haven't been up to Oregon and Utah and Washington. So that definitely has got to be something that I do. I would love it. Okay, so now I'm going to take my glue. Hello, Lori Beth. I'm going to take my glue here, and I'm going to take this little piece of fabric. Looked like it was a little, what's it called, Rattenberg doily. And I'm just going to take this, and I'm going to just kind of fold it over on the back side a little bit and hold it in. Make a little background out of this for this little card. And this card is going to be a tuck card. That's what I'm going to do for it, I believe. We'll see. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this, let's see where I set it at, right here, under my glue bottle. Under my glue bottle. Okay, I'm going to take this little bit of trim here and come up here and just go across where that, here so you can see what I'm doing. The top of the edge of this, that'll be like a little tuck space. And let's get that glued on. I sure love these colors, this color combination with this kind of a deep sage green and a rosy color. Really, really, really love it. One of the next journals I want to do with you is going to be a fabric journal. The whole thing will be fabric. And someone had gifted me a beautiful bundle of different vintage textiles, and that's what's going to be used for that one. So I can hardly wait. Hardly wait. Okay, now I'm going to take, and I'm just going to put a little bit down here, a little glue, to hold this little edge in. Okay. That's what we've got so far. See that? And then this here is going to be a little pocket. Hello there, Anthony. How are you? Hi, Daryl. Nice to see you. Come on in, everybody. I switched my time today because I'm going to go get my hair trimmed up today. And the only time they could get me in was at 2 o'clock, so I couldn't commit to my 3 o'clock time frame. Because my little gal, I just love her to pieces. But we end up sitting there for an hour and a half talking just to cut this short hair. Hello, Cindy. Good to see you, my friend. Okay, so let's get that one dried a little bit. Now we'll go back to the journal. And I am going to take and put this in the middle here so that this looks like it's framing it. Okay? So I have to decide, because what I could do is the front of the card. There's a couple things I could do with this. I could leave the top open so that it's going to be a tuck as well as this being a tuck. But I don't think I will do that, because look at what I'll do. This is going to be such a cute little card. I'm just going to glue it on, okay? So we're going to glue her down. And get this little pocket put on here. I think we'll go about right there. And then when they pull this out, this can just go with it, you know, as they're right. So it'll be glued to this front of this card. Okay. So we've got that, and then that adorable little tag is going to go right up in here. And he's just going to be up there and behaving himself. And I'm going to let him hang out just a tad, I believe. Let's see if I want to go down any further. I don't think I do. I don't want to get any glue down there. But isn't that a cute little page? So the vintage themed card, the little piece of cardstock, the little tuck in with a Tim Holtz guy, and then made a little pocket like that. So then I'm going to look and see, do I want, and I don't know if I'll, I got a froggy in the throat this morning. I bought a pair of these earrings when I was out doing my estate sales. And they're just a dangle. Those of you that get on my sales, you know I like to sell dangles to use for just things to hang off. So I'm thinking this would probably be a pretty one to use in here, don't you, with the browns? I just don't know if I want to put it on this page yet. I think I do. And what I'm going to try to do here is I'm not going to cut it apart yet. I'm thinking I'm going to try to just turn this into a little hook, okay? So let's get out the good old wire cutters, and I'm going to cut this piece here off. And then let's get out my little jewelry. Now let's see if I can make this happen. One thing that I know that I'm not very good at is doing, I find it kind of hard to do little jewelry, like making the bracelets and things like that, because my hands just seem to not be quite as little as they need to be. At least that's what I'm saying. Okay, so we're going to put this one down inside one of these little, I'm going to come back in here and get that. Okay, we just got that hook there. I'm going to get a little bit of hot glue and go back under here a little bit, just because that little guy seems to be wanting to cause me a little bit of trouble. Okay, now if I can take this, and let's just see here if I can get it twisted around, and I think I'm going to be able to. I'm going to cut a little more of this This is the part that goes, the post part that goes into your ear, the wire. And I'm just going to see if I can bend it around a little bit here. To make it a loop. Now I think it's going to stay in here just the way I have it actually. But let's see if I squeeze it together. Sneaky, sneaky. Okay. I'm just going to leave that on there. And then I'm probably going to come in with a little piece of something to put on the top of it. But I just want to show you here just how that just gives a little more interest to that page just by having that little dangle on there. See that? Okay. Well, now let's move along. Thank you, Daryl. Isn't it cute? I picked that up at a sale, and I'm going to be making some of these little tags I'll probably have for some of you guys down the road here. I just thought that was so cute, putting those little wings behind it. I can't take the credit for that one. Okay, now let's come over here to the next page. And then over here, I've put together some things that I thought would be kind of fun in here. I think I'll start. Let's see, how do I want to do this one? Okay, so here is where we finished up the other day. Remember when we put this little doily in here? Now I have a little seed sack. It's got where you got the dates planted and all that good stuff on there. And this would make a really cute little spot in here to be able to put something. So now I'm going to play around here and see what I want to do, because I don't remember what I did the other day. And I thought maybe I was going to put it in the middle. Let's see, of this. Another one of my little vintage print cards. My Anna Griffith cards. And then I think I was going to have it open up this way. And then it'll flip this way. So if we do that, and then we take it, I'm not sure what I was going to do with the green. So if we take this and just, this will be a multi-flip little piece. So let's do this here first. I'm going to take this, and this is the licky part of the little envelope, and I'm going to put some glue on it. Okay. And then I'm going to come in here. Let's see, did I do it the right way? It will work if I do it this way. So I'm going to bring it in here. In the inside of the card, don't get it quite up on the actual seam of the card. Okay. So we've got that in there. So now see, that's going to be a little flip in here. Then I do have a couple of things, and I wanted to see how I wanted to do this, and I think this is what I was going to do. Okay, now, so we've got it like that, right? So then I'm going to take this. Now there's, again, I can do one or two things. I can just tuck it in here, like so, to be a little flip like that, a little pull-out flip card, okay? Or I can actually glue the whole card on the top here. So I have to decide which way I want it. Now I do think I am going to do another one of this, just sticking it inside, and I'll show you why. I just decided that. So we've got this. Then I have this cute little vintage print ephemera frame that I had gotten at the antique store. And I thought this would look really cute to frame my card. So let's get that part done. And to do that, let's put my glue up around the edge of this. Those of you that do journaling and things, don't you just, I just love being able to layer things so that they're not just the same old, same old. Now, what I am going to do is I am going to bring this in a little bit because I don't want, let's see, how do we want to do this? I'm going to slide it down. Let's go back down here. I don't want the edge of my little frame to slip too far over. Now it's going to slip over here, but that's okay, right? And again, if it hangs off a little, I'm totally okay with that. Okay, so there's what we've had so far. See that? So there's your flip and your flip here, okay? So then now I have this little piece of grungy that I had done the other day when I did my coffee stain. Hello, Carol Stinson. Happy Tuesday to you, my friend. Thanks for popping in. It's good to see you today. So then I thought I'm going to put this in the middle here. Now, what I'm going to probably do is, if I can find my pinking shears, I might have them out in the other room. Oh, there they are. I think I'll pink this, okay? So I'm going to come up the edge and we'll just pink this. And this is a little flip card too, just made out of some coffee grunge, a piece of scrap paper left over from a big piece that I had done. And then I have these cute little rose-colored flowers. Let me get the paper pulled up a little bit more on it because I think I kind of smashed it. Kind of a coral flower. And I just thought it'd be kind of cute to stick it up here in the corner of this. Again, making this like a frame. So what I can do is I'm going to start with, I'm just going to do a bead up at the top because, let me show you here what I want to do. Okay. I just do it right up there at the top. And then, see if I have any of my little inspiration sayings that would be small. Then I'm going to put this up here, and I may actually, do I like that there, or do I want to put a little butterfly? I think I'll just go ahead with what my game plan was. Okay. Get my little paper flower. And I'm just going to stick it right up here in the corner where there was a kind of a bare spot on the ink. Then, let's see what else I want to do to pretty it up. Okay, I have this cute little, now I could have put that right on there. I wonder if I should do that. This was just a little piece of a doily. Oh, I like that. That's cute. I'm just going to stick it, tuck it up under there a little bit. And put that little piece right on here and then go back in and reglue my paper flower that I just pulled partially up. Okay. So we have this that's going to flip open here, gives some right space in here, and then they can also flip it up here, and let me give it a crease, because I think what I'm going to do, if I can find the right saying, is I'm going to put a little saying under here. I like to sometimes be able to just, I like to for people to find little surprises as they're going through the journals that I make. And let's see, let's go with, this is one of those Paper Studios inspirational phrase sticker packs. And let's gonna see which ones I want. To make life is a song, love is the music. Now this might work here, let's see. And I'm just going to put it right here. Now, I could back it with something And let me just see if I want to do that. Let's see here what I have. I know I have a cream piece. I guess we'll go ahead and do that just so that it shows a little bit better. I'm going to put that down here. And then, I think on this one I'm going to tear this. Just going to tear this little piece. It's kind of nice because that little sticker I put on there, it makes a nice little template there that just kind of helps it tear right up to it. Okay, now that's what I've done with that. So then of course I have to ink it a bit. Let me grab my daubers here. A little bag of daubers. It's not so little anymore. And we'll go around this piece here, okay? This little sticker. It says, "Life is a song, love is the music." Okay. All right. Then I'm going to put it, I want to see if I can get it so that it's going to line up. So it's not going to stick out too far from the card on top of it. I'll do a little bit, but a little bit's okay. I just don't want a big bit. Okay. Here we go. And put that down there. Okay. So then what we have is this. I hope I got it on straight. Did I get it on straight? I think it's straight. So we have this flip, and then it's got that little saying there, right? And then we're going to pull this open. This has a little pocket in there to put little tags and things, or little notes. Opens here, and then I'm going to do something right here. Oh, thanks. Me too. I finally able to get back into it, dear. As of yesterday morning, I couldn't even see the top of my desk. And I said, okay, I've got to get back in my craft room because I don't like having stuff in my dining room and my craft room. So, but that's kind of my goal. Lori and I worked in here this weekend and got a little bit done. And, you know, I've been hitting up a lot of different sales and stuff at the state sales and garage sales. And so then I bring them home, then I set the sacks down, then I don't always get to them right away. So I've got that all emptied out. And we've got everything put away, but not everything. Okay, this card here was another. Now this one is one that I have glued, and we did this the other day just so it's going to have the writing space, remember? I think I did this with you guys, and I put a little gold clip up here. Now I am going to put some little trim down here. I just think it needs a little something, something. And let me see which one I want to do. Let's see. I think that one's too frilly. And that one's too thick. So, said Goldilocks, I have a bundle of these that I'll just take off here and find something pretty in here to put in. Here's a gold. That would be pretty. This gold one. Okay, so if we trim that up here with this little piece of gold, just come right up to the edge. I love being in my craft room because it's my space and it's just quiet. I shut the door. I don't hear the dog bark. You know, all the things, right? Okay. Put that piece down here. I thought I had it measured perfect, but I didn't, so let me trim it off. Okay, and then I'll put another one up here at the top. It does, doesn't it, Daryl? That's, you know, that's kind of what I aim for. You know, I like to break out of that sometimes because, you know, I'm one of the products of that generation where we tried to match everything we wore. But I love when the pages, I don't have to have a whole book match, but I do love when the pages seeing each other kind of coagulate together. But then on the other hand, I've done some really whimsy designs that I love that are all over the place that are so fun. Hello, Treasure Trunk by Kimmy. How are you today, Kimmy? Thanks for coming by. It's good to see you too today. Getting everybody out here. Feeling like this week I can get in my groove a little bit. Tomorrow I'll be on at 2:45 Central Time as part of the Crafty Bunch with my Artful Adventures. Christy is hosting the Carnival of Creativity, so I will be doing a project on that one. Okay, so that one's there, that one's there. There's our writing space, and just for the fun of it, let's just round this corner here. And I just want to see what I want to do. I might go ahead and put a little bit of a grunge trim on the edge of this one too. Let's see here what that does. It may not even show because this piece here, I don't know if you can tell, is a white cream color with a metallic gold. It's really pretty. Just up here on the edge of this top card that's going to be overlapping. Okay. That'll suffice me for the moment. Hi, Janet. Come on in, Janet. Welcome to Moments with Celeste. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are doing the second part of a fun envelope journal. Okay, so we got that, we've got that, we've got that. And then for now, that's when I'm going to leave it, unless I decide, oh goshers, I may have to decide to put this on here because that'll liven him up a little bit. So this was a piece that I had left over when we worked the other day on the little textile square. And I think we'll put it right down here in the bottom corner, just because we can, right? Just because we can. Now I have a few other things I want to fit into some of this that are a little bit of unique pieces. Okay. So let's see, let's move on from this page. And we'll come up here and put a saying up here. And then we've got the back, right? But then remember, this is an accordion fold. And so we've got some sections back here that still need to be put on. They need to be put in their place. So this one here, this middle page, is where two of the flaps of the envelopes, when I put them together, ended up on the same page. And this one here, I'm going to take this pretty one. I love this one. I might just do, and I'm going to glue the top up here. And let's see, I want to make sure I get this the correct way. It's kind of like a little faux waterfall. Not quite a waterfall, but a faux waterfall. And I'm going to bring it down a little bit here. Okay, so we'll put that there. And again, these are just little note cards, my little vintage print note cards. And then, once that gets dry, I'm going to take this one and I'm going to glue it down here, I think. And I just have to make sure it's going to open up the way it should. So we're just going to put a little glue right here on the top part of this where it's folded up. And then I'm going to come down and we'll just take and glue this to the underside of this top card. And then I'm going to see what it did, okay? We're going to see what it did. All right. So, the way it is right now, we've got this to open up. There's right space here. And then if you flip this one in here, okay, so it didn't do what I wanted it to do. So, let me think here how I want to do this. I think what I want to do then, tell you that art glitter glue sure glues fast. So it just tore some of my note card, but it's going to be okay because we're going to figure out a way to fix it. Let me think this through. Let's see here. If we put this one up here, and then we do probably what I should have done. So I should have glued this to the bottom here, and then that way it's going to flip as well. So what I'm going to do first, since that will be seen now, I am going to put some trim on it. Let's go with this little cutie. And we'll see if we can do a little bit of magic on this. Hello, Lori Thompson. Come on in, my dear friend. Good to see you today. Okay, so we're going to bring it over. Get rid of those big old pinking shears. I keep grabbing the wrong ones here. We're going to bring it over. Going to trim her off. Right here. And then I'm going to cover up that boo-boo that I did. I love it, all things are fixable, right? We all know that saying. Okay, so if we take it up here, I'm just going to bring it a little bit, take it up off the edge a teeny bit. Just give it a little bit of pretty. That's what that one's going to be like. Okay. Make sure I get it dry. Then let's see. So we've already got this one glued in. And what I was going to do is put this one here so that this will fold up. I hope. All right. I'm going to bring it down. Put that one on here. So then if we open it up, it's going to be this one's opened up, the top part's glued down, and then this card will open up. That'll give some more writing space, see? Like so. And then I think what I'm going to do is I am going to glue this bottom one down. I was going to leave it loose, but I don't think I will. I'm going to put it down. Now I'm committed. Now I am committed. Okay. All right. So we've got that. So we got the flip and we've got a flip. A little flippity flippity flip out of 2 note cards. And then let's see, what do we want to do next? I do think, okay, so on this page here, we just did it, covered it up here with the coffee stain paper, so that's another good writing spot. And then back here, so I need to put something in here. And I'm not sure, because I've got so many choices. I can't wait to show you this. Okay, now that would be really cute right here. That will be pretty. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put this doily down on top of this blue that's plain on the bottom. Da, 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 da. We're getting there. Hang on. We're getting there. Okay. Open it up so I can see where I'm at. I'm going to bring it down. And I'm going to bring it right up there to the top there. And then we just got a pretty cute, cute little doily right here. Okay. And I do want to have that dry before I flop down the top. Any of you have anything you're working on today? Anything fun? Anything not so fun today you're working on? I have to get in, and I think I'm going to have to do it tomorrow morning. I've got to have to get in, get the bathrooms cleaned up, and get some of that little household chores that we all just love to do. Okay. So we've done that. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to get my ink again. I'm going to come up on the inside of the note card just to give it a little grunge. I'll do it on the flat sides. Okay, and then down here I'll try to put a little on here, just so it's not all plain white. Okay, and we'll come down here and do the same on this top part. Okay. So we've got that one finished off, and I do need to put something across here. Just a little something something. Lori, you're doing your joy hanger today. Good for you, girl. That'll be fun. That will be fun. Now I have these butterflies. Do you guys like to work with little butterfly sticker things? My Dollar Tree had a whole selection of probably 4 different sheets of different kinds that I like to use. So I just picked up some of those because I use butterflies and flowers a lot. So if I put this up here, I'm going to go with this one here. See that? And then I'm thinking that I have some different choices up here. So this came in my little fabric kit, some cheesecloth. Now I could take this and cut it out and put it up there and then put my butterfly on there. And I think that's what I'll do, but I'm going to cut it, I'm going to make it thinner. So it's kind of like a belly band, but not quite a belly band. I won't be using it as a belly band, but whoever gets this may end up doing that. Okay, so I'm going to let it go off the edge a little bit. Let's just go here in the middle. I think I can probably get by with some hot glue on this piece. I love to add my little pieces and textiles and to make things chunky up a little bit. Okay. All right. Okay, then we'll go up here and get this butterfly. And we're going to put that butterfly right here. I am going to add some, even though it's a sticker, I am going to add some hot glue on that. And we'll just do that right in the middle of that one. Well, it's kind of fun. I'm going to, like I said, for now, I'm going to leave these little ends just hanging and flapping. Hanging and flapping. And that's cleaned up so you can see what we're doing here. Okay. And then down here on this one, I do feel like it needs a little something. And you know what my little something's probably going to be. But let's see here. I think I do have a little wooden heart that I could put down here. Right there in the middle. Now I am, let's see if there's another little, okay for that. I'd like to get a vintagey feel, but oh my gosh. Oh shoot, one of the pearls is out of it. Well shoot, ski wootski, I can't do that. Do I have another one I could use? Let's see here. Huh. Oh, what if I tried this? Bear with me here. I'm searching my button bin. Searching down deep. Down deep. Oh, thanks, Daryl. Okay, so this was a unique, oh gosh, that's pretty too. This might be the one I have to go with. This is a mother of pearlish old vintage button. It's about the size of a quarter. It does have a shank on the back, but I'm thinking I'm going to put that right here. I really am. If I can get that little shank off the back, that's what we'll do. Sometimes these are not hard to get off. Sometimes these are not hard to get off. Okay, now let's put some glue down in here. Try to get it in that little hole. It's pretty. It's so pretty. Hold that right there. Get that down in there. Okay, that fits just perfectly. And it's not, you know, a whole lot of bright color and just kind of a little subtle piece here. I really like that. Okay, so there's where we are so far. See what we did? We had our flip card here. And then we have our flip card here with that pretty button that flips up underneath. Okay? Then we're going to move over. Now I really, let's see, is that all that we have left to do except for the words? Whoopsie. I might have to stick this little guy in. Okay. So now we have to do the words. And then the only other piece that we have, if I get it folded the right way, there we go. Okay. I'm not liking my little hangy tag on the top here. Maybe I'll loop it over here on the front. There we go. Well, that got it out of the way. Okay, so then, remember the other day I said I thought I wanted to probably do something in here. And so this would be the opportune time. Now I am going to show you something else that I have here that I've been dying to use. And I'm only going to use one of these, and whoever gets this is going to be a lucky person down the road here, because it's going to have lots of good stuff in here. But this one here is a pack of vintage clips. Okay, So here's one I'm going to use in this. You're working on a blue journal. Great, Lori. How did the other journal, is that the same one you're working on from the other last week or two? Or is this a different one, Lori? So I have to decide, and I'm going to put this, I believe, maybe, right? Let's just try it here first. I don't like it there. Ooh, that's a pretty side there. It's going to come in the front. Okay. Now I like that. I could take this a little, or I could leave it on. It doesn't have to come off. I just want to show you what that clip does. It's kind of a heavier metal clip. Can you see that there? I pinned it up on the top of the card. So we've got that in here. We've got that. We've got this. This page here, I just feel needs a little something. So let's play around and see what little something we can come up with. Now this would look cute. This is just one of those little ephemera pieces. If I just put that here on the front, see, it doesn't take much to juice something up, you know, it just doesn't. And I have this beautiful piece of vintage put that like that, and this up here, that's going to be beautiful. Oops, I pulled my little thingy off. Oh my, where did it go? Where did I have it? I probably had it on the back side. No? There it is. I'm going to add some hot glue in here too. Okay. He wasn't ready yet to be flip-flopped around. Did you get those? Good, Lori. Those were so pretty. Those were so pretty. Okay. Now back to where I was at before I was so rudely interrupted with that button. Okay, now I've got that large piece, and then, oh gosh, you guys, I've got so much. Look at, I've got this too. Isn't this pretty? Oh my gosh. This might be what has to go on here. Let me see. Oh boy, decisions, and I'm thinking there's probably going to end up being some layering in my future here. I've got this. Oh my gosh. Okay. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to glue it over, overlapping this little square at the bottom just a tad. I want to get it over. Okay, we're going to do that. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. And I'm going to let it hang over a little bit here on both sides. And then I'll put some real glue in here. Okay, so we've got that. Then I also have this. You see this? This is all little pieces of thread. Hello, Angela and Mitzi. So good to see all of you today. Okay, this one I'm going to put up here. And we're going to do this. I am loving how this is turning out. I'm just saying. It's all the pieces. All the pieces. When they all come together, just... It's like a beautiful... What was that thing about the beautiful song? Like the song all comes together. Okay, I'm gonna get that one off. Okay. Get some more glue in here. I want that to glue down really well. Okay. Sometimes when you're working with those ribbons and you're trying to glue them down, they'll want to swiggy swaggy, don't they? And sometimes that's okay. But for this one, I want to do something different. So then I've got some other ones here. I have some, I wish I had, what I wish I had, and I know I don't have, is a green. I really wish I had a green. I don't want that on there. Let's see here. What else do I want? Let me think this through a minute. That's too much. Too much, too much. I sure wish I had, and I know I did somewhere. Hang on just a minute. Just a minute. Let's see. Oh, there might be a green in this little snippet bag of mine. Okay. Oh, yes, I do. I have this green. It's a frayed little piece of green. Now, that will be cute up here. Very cute. So do you see what I'm doing? I'm just doing a striped effect using different ribbons on the front of this note card. That's all it is. Okay, let's come up here, and we're going to do that right here. Then I am going to take that's really turning out cute. And then I got a couple things I can do. I can do the piece with the thin little ribbon that is here somewhere. This is the thicker one. Okay, let's see here. I want a little piece of something thin in here. That's what I'm aiming for. Did I sit it under here? No. I've got my little bingo cards over here. I've got this. What if I do a little pearls? Oh, yep, there we go. You know I got to put my pearls somewhere, right? Okay, we're just going to do that little string of pearls right here in the middle. Get it to lay straight. It's actually the perfect size. I'm going to shoot this up a little bit. Okay. Tail end piece down. And then this one's going to come over here. We're just going to do a straight line across with my hot glue. Okay. All right. And we'll turn that one off. I really like how that came together. Now, one other little element that I might have to put on here. Let me see where those little pearls go. Yes. I'm going to put one of these little pearls right in the middle of both flowers here. Ouch, without cutting myself. Okay, there's one. That's exactly what that little piece needed right there. With that little flower. Okay. So, that's what we have so far. See how I just layered the different pieces? So, that will definitely add some interest, won't it? Now this looks so plain. This looks all plain Jane in here. I don't know if I like this in here, but so we've got this writing card here, and this is writing space. So it's going to have to just be what it is. I don't want that there. I love these. I love these. But I don't think this is where I want it. not where I want it, because I want this to have some writing space if somebody wants to do that. Okay, so we've got this one tucked on. This is the card that's tucked in. Now I could put this little piece. The only problem is that it's going to cover up the pretty, excuse me, the pretty little lace piece there. But let's try something here. Let's see if we stuck this in, and then they open this card, and they open this card, and then they have a little writing space here. That might be kind of nice. What do you think? Yay or nay? Go ahead and add this on here, because that's quite a bit of a blank. So I have to do something here. So then that would give them, I think that's going to be okay. I really do. I really do. They just keep flipping and flipping, and then this is on the bottom. I'm going to put this on. Okay. I just love all my little tuck cards that I was able to find and share with you guys too. Let's see if we do this one here. Put that right there, because you're still going to see all this trim here. Okay. So then it's going to open up. It has multiple little things to write on. Right? And then up here, we're going to have to do something. Let's see, what else do I have up here? I love these. I love these pieces of greenery. But let me see if it's going to let me do. That's pretty up there. You know, when you just get the right colors and everything all going, it just kind of, you really can't. I'm going to put that up here. I just love that up there. Fill up some of that space up there. So let's just put some right here on this little piece. I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby and get me some more of this. This is one piece type of greenery I use a lot of during this time of year. A lot. And I love it. You get it at Hobby Lobby. It's the kind that's it's not a hard plastic. It's a softer rubbery. And then I only buy like one big sprig, and I just snip off all the pieces. Okay, let's put this in here. Okay, I've got that. And then we have this little guy here that we were going to use somewhere, but I didn't do it, but I might put him right there. I think that would just juice it up a bit. Okay. I hope you're all still on here, because I never know if my comments are working or not, but we're good, we're going at it. Okay, we're going to tuck that a little bit under that piece of greenery there, and just add a little bit to the top of that card. Add a little color. And then let's go with a having a heck of a time today picking out my buttons out of my 5,000 buttons that I have. Seems like 5,000. I don't think it is, but let's see if I can find an older. This one's kind of cute though. It's white, but put that on the tip of that. So I need a little bigger. I need a little bigger, folks. Okay, the green, that's not quite one. I really wish I would have put a gold one in here. Oh, this is a pretty one too. Okay, this is the one. We're going to try to cut this back off of this. Look at this one. I'll show you in a second here. So pretty. Little metal, the little pearl in there. Isn't that pretty? Can you see that? Isn't that pretty? Okay, then if we take it and we'll just kind of straddle that right over that little stem. That'll be a great landing spot for it. Just like it was meant to be. Okay. Hold that down a minute. Thank you, Mitzi. So when I do, when I sell those kits, that some of you have bought, those box kits of journal add-ins, this is all the kind of stuff you get in those. I just put all kinds of things that I know I would use. Okay, so we've got that, we've got this is okay. I think it's going to need a little bit of something in here. This one's kind of plain, I feel like. So let's see what I have here. Now this might be too glitzy because it's a, you know, this would be pretty too though. Just a simple little piece of blingy trim. So I have that one. Let's see what other ones we have. I do have a gold. Okay, I think the gold's too much. It's just too much. Okay, I do have some little leaves. And I have a green and I have a gold. What if I just did something on here on the bottom of this? No, I don't like that. I don't like it. No, I don't like it. Now I like that one. So see the difference? I just want to show you the difference. Okay, so you think of a leaf, that would be a green leaf, right? And I just didn't like that on there. Okay. So then I thought, well, what if I put a gold one? So I'll do the gold. And then I did a bronze. I didn't like that either. But then I found this one. It's a little neutral with some little faint writing kits on here. And look at the difference. You see that? It's not something that's like, oh my gosh, what is she putting on there? It's like, oh, that really does look very simple. So today, on this piece right now, I'm going to go simple. Okay. All right. So simple it was. Now, I am still wondering on this, but I think we'll be okay. Because remember, this is a card, a greeting card that's supposed to be able to be pulled out to do the writing on for the tuck cards. So it'll kind of flip-flop around in there. I mean, when it's shut, it's not going to. So, okay, we've got that. We've got this one done. We have, oh boy, got to do something over here. Now, guys, I want to show you something else that I have. Hope you have a few minutes more to hang out here. If not, I'll just catch it on the replay. But I am now making these button trim thingy-majiggers that will be getting sold in my sales. And they're all different sizes and different things. But I want to show you, I'm going to unhook it off of this card that it's displayed on, what I want to do with this. Because this little journal will be the perfect one for this. Okay? So, see that? So this is made so I can turn it any which way I want to on my book, in my book. So I have to just decide where I want it. Now this here is a pull-out. So if I use it here, I'm definitely going to have to back it with something. But I want to show you how it goes. So this is a short one, okay? So this one here, I could go like this, like this. You see that, how it's doing? You can make it the shapes you want it. I could straighten it out and we can do a straight one. I could do a short one at the top, come over here, do a long at the bottom, and do a zigzag, you know, like this. There are all kinds of shapes I can do, and all kinds of ways we're going to be able to use them. So these are all vintage buttons, and this is some vintage little ribbons that I have strung. And these are going to be, I want to put this somewhere. I do. I really, really do. So I have to decide now, do I want to? Okay, so I have this piece of chenille left, which I think is amazing, which I think is going to be perfect in this spot, because look at that when you shut it. You see the edge of it off the back. Isn't that pretty? Oh, thank you, Lori. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to put this on here. But then I'm going to see, I think what I'm going to do is that's what I'm going to do. Doesn't take much to talk me into things, does it, folks? Okay, we're going to glue it good. I probably could have used my Fabri-Tac on this. This will work too, but Fabri-Tac does do it faster. Let's see if it's, oh wow, that's a good one. That's a new bottle. Woozy, snoozy, loozy. That one's the best one that ever came out. Okay, let's take this chenille. Isn't that pretty? You guys, I love this. I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm going to pull it on here. Pull it down, cover that glue up, and we're going to do that like this. Have you ever done that like this before? Okay, so then when I open that, you see how it just all comes together, the color on that? Then there's the writing space, the card comes out, and then I'm going to put this little guy on here. Now I have to determine which way I want it. So I can come up from this corner and we can just kind of go down a little bit off the corner up here. Now I should have grabbed one of my longer ones for this piece, because this one here I think would look really good on a pocket. Then what if we take just a little bit of color and stick it in there with these natural colors. Stick it, let's go down here a little bit. I don't want to cover up all my pretty chenille though. No, no, no. And let's go with, let's see, maybe stick this one at the top. Oh my gosh. I love this, you guys. This is so pretty. And if I just glue the top and the bottom button on this, it could be used as a belly band. So I think that's what we'll do. Okay. So let's put this one in here really well. And this one in here really well. And glue this little flower, or little leaf. Glue this little leaf right here. And then we'll glue this one. And this one we want down here so it comes down. That is so pretty. And then if I wanted to, or whoever wants to with this, you can use it as a belly band, or you can just leave it like it is for decoration. I just love this. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful, Daryl? I know I'll have some button garlands on my next sale. If any of you are interested before then, you can just let me know too. I can get them your way. But I love that. That one just touches my heart. It truly does. Thanks, Janet. I just got this a few weeks ago because I have the bigger Surebonder. Not the big one, but the next size up. And, but this one here, like $12. I got it at Hobby Lobby, I think. And it doesn't seem to get as horribly hot as some of them do, but I like it too. For little projects like this, it's great. And I don't feel like it drips as much as the other one does. Okay, so there you go. We have that with our adorable tuck card. In case anybody missed that. It's tucked down inside with my little earring dangle. And we have these pieces with the medals on it. And then we have, I want to make sure I haven't missed anything here. Okay, so then this one here, you've got the little card that pulls out. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And then it tucks back in, and then it flips up. There's some more writing space here. And hello, Jamie. How is Ms. Kniffen? Ms. Kniffen. Is it Kniffen or a Kniffen, Jamie? I never asked. Is it like the K sound or just a silent K? Miss Jamie, my friend. Okay. Then let's just make sure we got it all done here. This is going to be worth every penny. Every penny. Gosh, this is gorgeous. Okay, now I'm going to decide, and we'll end it for today, but I will probably come up here, maybe do some either grunging or do with my metallic gold pen around the edges of the envelope to finish this off. I'll probably add a few more little special pieces, but let me get her shut up the way she goes. I'll do some adding into some phrases and then she's going to be done. But there we go. I hope you guys enjoy going through in this together. Silent. Okay, Kniffen. Gotcha. Mine's Norman. Norman and Kniffen. Okay. And then this is a pocket. Remember? We're going to put in tuck tags we can do. Then we got pockets here. It has pockets here. We have lots of pockets. Lots of pockets to play with. Okay? So, I want to thank all of you for joining me today. Catch me tomorrow. I will be on at 2:45 Central Time for the Crafty Bunch Artful Adventures with Christy's Carnival of Creativity. That'll be a fun one. So, anyway, have a good day. I'm going to go get my hair chopped off a little bit. Bye, everybody. Love you, appreciate you, and have a blessed one.